Alright. I actually tried to record this final boss battle already, and I was here a little bit too early. I was also fucking falling asleep. So I wasn't very awake for it. But this is the big final boss for Final Fantasy IV. It's kind of cool, this crazy form of Zeromus right here. The only time you see him in a game like this is for this staged boss battle right here. Final Fantasy IV is a good way to explain the difference between story and plot. Because Final Fantasy IV has a really great plot. Has a lot of great things that happen. It's fun to watch. People kind of like great plot points, you know, getting airships, going underground, traveling the moon, people saving your life by doing their, you know, sacrifices all over the place. But when you start looking at the storyline, it's kind of got a weak storyline. It's like these Lunarians are trying to sleep while, you know, throughout the years evolve, and this evil Zeromus Lunarian wanted to be awake and wanted to take over the earth, mind controlled your brother that you didn't even know you had, and he mind controlled your best friend who's sort of in love with your girlfriend. And the story's a little weird. When you're playing through the game, you're just so in love with all the stuff going on that the storyline, you just kind of like ignore it. It's like, I don't care why I'm going to the moon to kill this fucking evil guy. I just love this fucking music, and I'm having a ton of fun playing the game. And I got this fucking badass knight that just fucking jumps super fucking high in the air. And this fucking cool summoner that brings people back, brings monsters into the fight for me and shit. I don't know. Final Fantasy VI has a really great story and a lot of good plot. It's got a lot of both. The funny thing about Final Fantasy IV is because in America we played this one after the first one, a lot of the stuff that's very deja vu for Final Fantasy III and Final Fantasy II, there's a lot of stuff that they do in Final Fantasy IV that they've already done in the last two, the two games before this. But like, you don't really get that deja vu feeling if you skipped over them like we did in America. Like this whole like I'm dying now I'm stronger thing, which is another fucking Star Wars thing. A lot of this stuff, this final dungeon and everything, is very deja vu after playing Final Fantasy fucking 3 and 2. It's still pretty fucking great though. We've only made him more evil by killing him. I love this line here. It's so dumb. It's like he calls him Zeromus. No, now you are Zeromus. It's like, what? Are you fucking making a joke? It's like a middle of fucking the middle of this fight. You're like, I'm renaming this guy. That is a weird fucking final boss. This is another form of the final boss that really has no... This final boss has 3 forms. One of the forms you only see in a cutscene. This form of the boss you only see for a minute before it the final form. Like, you don't really fight this version of the boss. It's kind of funny. It's like multi-form boss, but really there's only one final boss that you fight. This whole, like, use the crystal thing at the end here is really stupid. Like, what crystal? Just one of the random fucking crystals? He just, like, use the crystal. You're just walking around with one of the crystals? Is one of these crystals more important than the other crystals? It's so stupid. Boo, Meteor. I also, it's funny, I grew up very, not really religious. I'm not a religious person. I kind of deviated from being religious very young. And I never realized how many, like, kind of religious overtones this game has. With, like, a lot of fantasy games have legends and stuff, but this one they actually pray for it to come true. They pray for it to come true twice. They pray for the fucking whale to come out of the ocean earlier, which is your ship that you take to the moon. And then this time they pray again for everybody to fucking, like, we need to pray. To basically send energy to you. Even the final boss even refers to, you know, like an afterlife as taking you to hell, which is weird. So yeah, it never really it was a different translation, but even then you could tell they were kind of praying for you back then. This music right here where they're so good. They're praying to a sacred moon though. It's pretty funny. Yeah, you gotta go through all this crap of getting back up and shit. This makes this final boss, I swear, every time I've played this game, and I've played through this game, I've killed this end boss of this game, like, probably 6 times. Every time I play through this game, I swear I fucking die on this boss the first time I try to fight him. Like, every fucking time. And every time you come fight this motherfucker, you gotta go through this damn cutscene. So, like, the first time you come back and play this game again, this cutscene's like, oh, I remember this cool cutscene where they come, all our people come in pairs and, like, revive people that are close to them. It's pretty cool. But then, when you die and have to do this fucking boss again, it's kind of like, I've gotten so used to the new look of this game that to me, it looks exactly like the old one at this point. For some reason, this dude's the only one that can use the fucking crystal. So you have to wait till it's his turn to fucking use the crystal to basically trigger the final boss. Alright, now we can fuck this guy up. This transformation's kind of cool. Oh man, that boss is fucking cool looking. Black magic flare, white magic cure. Which I might not need, but there we go. That's pretty much what you gotta do. You have to cure every round, just hope you fucking stay on top of it. I hear, like, the safest way to do this is to fucking actually cure with Cecil also. But, I kind of don't want to do that. I want to do my 4,000 damage. This fucking music on the final boss is really cool. It has, like, a reversing kind of sound to it. Like, it builds up. It builds up in multiple parts of the song. But, like, the way that his like, this big bang here goes off, it kind of feels like it goes with the music. And he's dead. Yeah. So, it's like I said earlier, man. You're gonna have to use Cecil to fucking heal. I can't imagine doing this boss battle with the alternative people you can pick. Like, you can choose to do the boss battle in the this version of the game. You can come over back here with, like, Yang or, you know, Palom and Porum and do the boss. Never done the boss. I've never actually played much of the end game with them. It's really something they added to the Game Boy Advance version of the game. And then this is the this version uses the Game Boy Advance stuff. Yeah, he's gonna big bang me again. That motherfucker's dead. Damn it. This is why, alright. Like, Kane's great about being like, if you would just attack faster instead of fucking jumping. But then, like, it's really great to be able to be in the air and not have to fucking take damage like that. It's really a trade-off. Fuck. I'm just try to keep Edge alive just long enough to fucking do some damage. Every time I did this boss battle in the past, I used Bahamut instead of Flare. Throw that shit. I feel like Bahamut takes too long. Which is why I was trying to use Flare. Ooh, doo -doo -doo -doo. Boss battle. Mega Flare. It does a lot more damage. No more. I actually have zero idea how much health he has. Fuck. I hate when I'm in the middle of a big ass boss battle like this and I get super fucking thirsty. It's like I totally could just pause right now, fucking drink something. Die so I can drink. I'm so thirsty. Oh, I guess I got time when I fucking Bahamut. Bahamut's a fucking good time to take a swig. There's some summons in Final Fantasy VII you can fucking light a cigarette to. Hell, you could probably roll a joint during some of the fucking Final Fantasy VII fucking summons. That game has some long summons. There we go. Righty is probably fucking dead. Oop. Not good. Let's keep it up just like that. The mistake I made the first time I fought this guy was I revived with her. She got to keep fucking holy shit. That's not good. You gotta keep fucking healing. Can't let off. Woo, that didn't do shit. Had a minute of panic right there. That's gotta be a good sign. He's gotta be almost dead. When it comes to 100% completion of a Final Fantasy IV is super punishing to try to... Is that it? Yes! Final Fantasy IV is super punishing when it comes to trying to get every item and everything in the game. It's just stupidly redundant trying to kill hundreds and hundreds of the same enemy over and over again to get certain drops. It's not fun to do 100% run on Final Fantasy. We cannot perish as long as evil exists in the hearts of the living. Blah. Neat. So it's got religious things and evolution. It's fun. It's a fun, weird game. The game is crazy quiet right now, by the way. So in case you're just thinking like the video fucking is middle of mute. There we go. So like Gomez and Fusoya are gonna go back to the moon and fall asleep. Gomez and myself, Cecil, are half Lunarian. Your father came down to the planet and had some kids with a lowly human. It's this whole sleeping Lunarian thing, so goofy. Yay! I forgot about this fucking rotating planet shit. We're gonna hang out and watch the finale of this game. And hold on, we got more Final Fantasy coming at you. I'm gonna be playing the rest of this Final Fantasy IV collection, and then I'm probably gonna play Mystic Quest before I play Final Fantasy V. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is a kind of an extra Final Fantasy that was released. It was made to be easier. It's based off Final Fantasy III, but it's also made to be easier. It was kind of the video game crowd in America was a lot younger and less kind of sophisticated as video gamers back in the 90s. So they thought the idea was if they could make an easier action-oriented Final Fantasy, something kind of like between Zelda and Final Fantasy, that they could maybe get a hit. So they made a game that they kind of insultingly called Final Fantasy USA in Japan, but it's called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest here. But here we go. Boy be hitting on the girls, hitting on the ladies. He know what town to go. I think it's interesting that well, the boy has like his hair is kind of like it's ponytailed as well, like his sister, but it's like knotted. Why is the king just chilling out with his face mask up? About halfway through this playthrough, I abandoned the remix music altogether and forgot it was a thing. He's totally in love with Redia. Oh wow, this text fucking scrolled through there quick. I hate the new translation. Woo! My king? It's your fucking wife! It never occurred to me back when I was playing this game that everybody in this game are... all the characters are basically kings and princes and queens and princesses. Like Cecil and Cain were raised by the king of Baron, so they're both basically princes. And then Edward's a prince, and then Edge the ninja was the king basically, and Edward's family's dead, so he's supposed to be the king. And then Rydia is basically like a princess of the fucking summoners. Like, she's like the last remaining fucking most powerful summoner left. And then, of course, your Rosa is your wife, so she'd be the queen of fucking Baron at this point. Porum and Palom are basically like next in line for that, like fucking, you know, Mysidia, even though it's not really like a kingdom, but you know. It just never occurred to me that everybody is basically princes and princesses and shit in this game. Except for Sid. Sid's just a fucking engineer. Sir, you have a creepy daughter, sir. I like that. I like it. It's kind of cute that they're going to repair the castle with their tanks they don't need anymore. Now that it's peacetime. Aww. That's going to last long. I think this game's probably goes straight to war right after when you... the next fucking... the sequels they made to it. Doo doo doo. The Mystic Quest box art looks a lot like this. That's why a lot of people thought it was going to be kind of like this right here. Like a follow-up to Final Fantasy IV. Because the Mystic Quest box art looks like Kain fucking chilling on a mountaintop. I have no idea what we're looking at right now. Whee! Oh, it's Cecil and Rosa chilling in their old crib. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Every one of these Final Fantasies has like the longest goddamn fucking ending. Where the hell's your wife at? You didn't bring your wife to this wedding? I mean, dude, somebody invited the dwarf and his damn daughter. That's awesome. Just jumped in the fucking... Jumped in your chair. Man, Edward's hat looks fucking ridiculous in this version. I like how for some reason Rosa got like a new sprite to look like a bride. Nobody else got anything like special at all. Neat. Well, thanks again for joining me. If you made it all the way through this part of the credits and everything, I apologize. I don't talk a lot when the fucking ending stuff rolls. But that was Final Fantasy IV.